name is Bhushan Joshi, and I work for Ericsson. I lead Ericsson's Sustainability and Corporate Responsibility program for North America. And I've been always interested in exploring opportunities where I could take my love for engineering and sustainability and corporate responsibility and provide younger children access to the same opportunities that I had in my life to be successful the way I've been.
We were able to begin a conversation with Ericsson about Black and brown children specifically having more access, information, and knowledge about STEM programs. And my goodness, there was just so much excitement and interest generated around having a pilot program at Uplift.
This program focuses on a couple of things. The first one is, of course, inspiring our younger generation to pursue careers in STEM education or in STEM fields. And the second one is to kind of provide them some basic understanding of how do you do coding. So when it comes to coding a robot, how do you tell the robot, if you see this, then do this. So these are building blocks on which they can keep asking the robot to do more and more different things. It's been really amazing to kind of see how, these children have really taken on and tried to become more and more creative. So right now we have them programming the robot to execute their way around like an obstacle course. So if it sees red, it's going to turn left. If it sees blue, it's going to turn right. And these kids are going to stay with the school so they can keep learning and keep improving. So that's kind of why we're here, and we're hoping that it's making a real impact in this community.
On the first day, we asked students who thinks they might be interested in coding or engineering, and we had 1 or 2 students hesitantly raise their hand. We asked yesterday after day 3, and 7 or 8 of the students have raised their hand, and they have said, what can I take in high school that would continue this, because I'm going to be in high school next year. So I think the fact that the students were willing to give of their time and to come do something that was outside of their comfort zone really speaks to their academic achievement, and what they're learning now is going to carry on not only in high school, but it's going to be college and career ready, because there's so many different computer science and engineering careers. This is just going to lead right into that, and now they're already inspired and ready to get back to school.
What we hope is that every scholar that is interested in learning more about robotics, about computers, even in a mentoring relationship, that we would have the capacity to serve those scholars who are interested. Working and partnering with somebody like Ericsson really helps make that come alive.
It's our goal to make sure that we can bridge our digital divide and make sure that we afford kids in every community, all backgrounds, the opportunity to excel and progress with technology. And for us, the most important thing is to give the kids the ability to go home and take some of the concepts that I've learned here to impact their environment, which is think of programming or think of robotics in your day-to-day living. So we're trying to expose them to the world of robotics to show them that there's nothing impossible. And at the same time, we're giving them that exposure to say that they can use the tools to create whatever they need to create. So giving them a background in programming, applying that to everyday life, and then exploring that creativity so that they can use that in the environment.
They have just been absolutely eating it up. They're excited. Every time they can get their robot to move a different direction or perform a different trick like that, you can see the excitement in their eyes, and even the small accomplishments are very rewarding for them. And of course for us, watching them being able to achieve that. We even have kids that show up a little early, and the Ericsson guys are encouraging that as well, for them to be able to get that extra work in and do the best that they possibly can.
At Uplift North Hills, I was president of our robotics team. I've done a lot of robotics, and we've done a lot of outreach with some of the younger students in our school. But I kind of wanted to go bigger than that. I feel like a lot of people don't know how cool robotics can be, and they need to really learn at a young age. And so when I heard that Ericsson was partnering with Uplift and the Melville Family Foundation to teach robotics to middle schoolers, I just couldn't say no. Uplift got me into robotics when I was young, and I kind of wanted to give that same experience to all these other schools.
We see that Uplift is always willing to expand their thinking around traditional as well as non-traditional ways of doing things, as long as it's moving the needle in the direction of learning and growth. It just made sense for us to figure out ways that we could also do that. And I think the robotics program is a perfect example of thinking about how we can do more with the relationships that we have and create greater opportunity for the scholars. Because at the end of the day, it's all about making the scholars more informed, more engaged, and creating job opportunities for them as they leave and go beyond uplift schools into college or wherever they decide to